Amazon has released the query performance dashboard. I've been waiting so long for this to come out, and I'm so excited to be making this tutorial for you guys. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon Evan, and I am a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller. I'm also a mother, a wife, an entrepreneur, and an Amazon FBA coach. I'm also the co-host of the Seller Sessions podcast. If you are in need of coaching, I encourage you to check out my coaching services at the bottom in the description. So the query performance dashboard, this is a full-on tutorial. I get in, I share all the information about it, and I show you certain screenshots from one of my own accounts. I've learned so much in the last 24 hours since discovering that Amazon finally released this dashboard. I've been waiting for it since watching them talk about it at Amazon Accelerate. So make sure to watch this video to the end because I go through so much information here. It's one of those videos where it's worth it, especially if you're obviously brand registered. If you're not brand registered, I encourage you to get brand registered because you'll have this amazing data that you can use for so many different things, to optimize your PPC better, to optimize your listings, to discover new keywords, to understand the journey of your buyers and the type of buying intent keywords that they use, etc. So make sure to watch the video to the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit subscribe and also the notification bell so you know when I bring out more videos. Without further ado, let's get into it. Performance dashboard has been released, which is insane. In my opinion, crazy amazing data that Amazon is now sharing with us. So the query performance dashboard is only available to brand registered brands, obviously. When you go into into Seller Central, where it has brands, you click on brand analytics, and then it takes you to the screen I have up right now. Now, if you're listening to this on the Seller Sessions podcast, I do encourage you to find this video either on my channel or the Seller Sessions channel and watch the actual tutorial that I'm showing here. Otherwise, just follow as best you can what I'm saying and just do this on your own screen. So you go to brands, brand analytics, and then you will see what's on my screen now. It says on the top there is a green bar, and it says our first search analytics experience is live, and then you click on view search analytics, and then it will take you to either the search catalog performance or to query performance. So 2 weeks ago when I made the video about the search catalog performance, it only had that. The query performance has come out. I only noticed it yesterday. It's been out, I think, for a couple of days. So I'm really only creating this video after having less than 24 hours to play around with this tool, but the data is amazing. So I will read out what query performance dashboard, what Amazon says that it is, and then I've written some notes of how I approach it. So query performance dashboard provides visibility into your search terms performance based on shoppers' search behavior. For the selected time frame, it shows metrics of the top terms your catalog or ASIN, example search display, clicks, ads to shopping carts and purchases. So basically, by the way, if you can't see the query performance dashboard, it is in beta and it's not available yet to all accounts. I personally have 3 of my own Amazon accounts, Seller Central accounts, and I've only got access to this on 2, and on 1 I do not. Now, I personally only have one brand under each account. So I don't know what it looks like if you have multiple brands under an account, but basically it'll say brands reporting range select week. Or select date. Where it says brands, I only have one brand under each account, so I can only click on one brand. I'm sure that if you have multiple brands that are registered, it will show you different brands with obviously different data. But it says here that it shows the top terms for either catalog or ASIN. I haven't been able to find data for a specific ASIN, only for a catalog that's under a brand is what I've been able to find. It'll be interesting to know if any of you guys have, see the dashboard a bit differently. Reporting range, you have access to either weekly, quarterly, or monthly. When I go into monthly, it only lets me go back as far as September 2021. So last year, September. It doesn't give me any data from before that. And then you have either weekly, monthly, or quarterly. So basically what this does, it helps you to understand customer demand from a very specific search term, and then how your brand is performing compared to your competitors, so compared to other products that are showing up under those search terms. And what this is actually doing is it's showing you the actual performance from search queries and that are connected to your brand. So on the left-hand side, it will say here queries, which is what I call search terms. So each line is a search term, and then it ranks the search term from my understanding for relevancy. I could be wrong. This is the one thing I could be wrong on, and we'll figure it out in the next slide, because I do have a slide explaining what each thing is. And then it has query volume, which is actual search volume. Now I wrote this down. I wrote Amazon chooses queries it finds associated with the selected brand, only keywords that are associated with it. So there is no search anywhere here. There's also no download. You can't go in and search for a random keyword. Amazon will only grab, I've got like hundreds of keywords. Here, this is a screenshot, but like each page had 100 search or queries, whatever you want to call them, search terms on it, and there was like 7 or 8 pages. So I've got hundreds of keywords. And basically there's no way to search for a specific keyword. So you're not going to see stuff that's random, but you will see both broad keywords and very specific buying intent keywords or queries. For the sake of the video, I feel like I'm going to call it queries because that's what Amazon's calling it. So basically what it does is it shows you for your brand a whole bunch of keywords that it finds relevant that you either do or don't convert on, but that is found relevant to your specific brand. And then it shows you, as we can see here, rank. We'll have a look at exactly what it means in a minute. I've forgotten. Query volume, the search volume for that specific keyword for that specific time frame. Okay, so let's just pretend that this word was, I'm just going to make it up, coffee for sensitive people. That was the first thing that came out to my mind. Okay, query volume, you can see here 1,935 searches. Impressions 193,721. Now, I don't know how there can be that many impressions to query volume. We'll have a look in a minute to understand how that works. Brand count of impressions, 5,120. So that is how many impressions your products, or in this case, my products that are under that specific keyword, had compared to the rest. What is the brand share for the impressions? What are the amount of clicks that have been under that keyword in general? And then how many clicks did my brand specifically had? So altogether, from my understanding of how I'm reading this data, 1,251 clicks altogether. My brand specifically had 35 clicks for that keyword for that specific week. The brand share is 2.8%. Cart ads, so 539 cart ads were the cart ads for that keyword in general for that week. Not my cart ads, but in general for that search term for all the competitors. And mine specifically had 9 add to carts for that specific keyword. Altogether, there were, from the add to carts, 188 purchases. And my brand specifically had 4 for that specific keyword. So it shows us, again, it shows us the rank of the keyword, the query volume, so the search volume for that specific keyword, the number of impressions, and then your brand count from those impressions, the number of clicks that were for each keyword in general, and then how much your brand had out of that click share, the amount of add to carts there were in general for that keyword, how many add to carts you had, and then how many purchases there were in general, and then how many purchases you had. Now on the top right, you will see that it says customize columns. You can click on that and add other columns like pricing metrics and shipping metrics that weren't really relevant to me, which is why we can't really see it here. Here, I'll just minimize myself for a second. Here I filtered by brand add to cart. So at the top, you can filter it by just clicking here for highest to lowest for whatever column you want to filter it. Filter by brand add to carts to compare. So I filtered this by here, by where it says brand, brand add to carts, so that I could compare it to the clicks and to the purchases to see where we may have lost the customer. So I can see here, let's just pretend for whatever this keyword was. My brand had 35 clicks. Out of those 35 clicks, we had 9 add to carts. And out of those 9 add to carts, we had 4 purchases. And then on this keyword, we had 11 add to carts. Sorry, we had 11 clicks. We had here 5 add to carts, and here we had 4 purchases. And then for this keyword, we can see 10 clicks, 4 add to carts, 1 purchase. So what this is helping us to do, I wrote some notes for myself here. It's helping us to understand where we have opportunity to grow. So what very specific keywords are we performing better on or worse on, or what very specific keywords exist but we're not getting a lot of impressions there, and maybe we can boost up PPC there. Or are there very specific buying intent keywords or very niche type of keywords that we haven't really been paying attention on, but we are performing very well there, and we should spend a little bit more time on advertising there, or optimizing our listing for something. So let's just say I'm going to make up a really weird scenario, whatever comes to my head. Let's just say that you sell a camping product that is made specifically for kids, and suddenly you're seeing that there are a lot of keywords that you have actually, just to make sure, by the way, guys, that you understand, because I don't know if I missed this, because I'm so excited about this information that I may have missed this in the beginning. Just so you understand, this is showing you where you are organically and on PPC, so both, where you are converting on what keywords. To date, there was no way to know exactly where we're converting on a specific keyword unless it came from PPC data. So this is showing you exactly what keywords you are converting for, what the search volume is for that time frame. And it's from Amazon. It's not from some, software. This is actual data from Amazon. How many clicks you've had, how many add to carts you had, how many purchases you had for each keyword, and it also shows you the competitors as a whole. Okay, the niche as a whole, not like a specific competitor. And it's showing you how you're performing on specific keywords, and you're getting data for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of keywords. Okay, just in case I didn't explain that well, so that you understand. This is like, really amazing in my opinion. So basically what this is, what we can do with this data, and why I filtered it for this. I've filtered so many different filters. There's so much information and so much that you can take on here, but let's just pretend that you are selling a very specific type of coffee, and suddenly you see that there is a specific keyword that doesn't have a crazy query volume. Let's just say it's had like 400, searches in the last week. And you were performing really, really well there compared to your competitors. And there is a specific word in there that is, I don't know why I chose coffee. I really don't understand coffee well, but let's just pretend it was like a word like slimming coffee. Okay, if that even exists. I totally could have just made up a stupid thing, but let's just say there was like slimming coffee. And then you also learn, well, wait a minute, I'm converting well there, but your listing may not be as optimized for that. And it can also help you to better optimize your images. or better optimize your keywords, or better optimize, your video. Okay, so by looking at this data and getting so much data from keywords, and then seeing how your competitors are performing compared to how you're performing, it also, apart from learning about, more keywords, it also helps you to then go in and optimize your listings for certain things or certain keywords that you may have not even known that you're actually like kicking butt on, or that your competitors are doing well on. And if you would just add this one image, you're sure that you could do better on that specific keyword. Let's see what else I've written down here. Broad buying intent and specific buying intent. So it does show you here broader buying intent keywords and all the way down to very like 100% specific buying intent keywords. And you can also see how you're performing. You are performing well or not performing well there. What else did I write? I wrote to myself that query volume, that is the number of times searched in the time period, same query, same customer sessions in 24 hours. So the query volume is the number of times that specific query has been searched for that specific time period from the same customer, the same query within 24 hours. So if that same customer searched it more than once, it would only be one. And then I wrote for impressions, it's the number of times that ASIN has obviously been seen. When an ASIN is shown, it equals one impression, which is both organic and sponsored. Okay, in this specific dashboard, it's both organic and sponsored. You would have heard me say in the other performance, the search performance catalog dashboard, it's only organic. Here, it's both organic and PPC. Under the clicks, it's from that specific search term, obviously. Under add to carts, from that specific search term. And then I wrote to myself a note that A, it helps us to find opportunities to grow, and B, it helps us to understand what query leads buyers to my products. So this is a new dashboard that Amazon has brought out. Now I've also included here, I will move myself over here, the glossary basically for what each each column basically what it actually stands for. So the search query performance dashboard lists the top queries or customer searches that led customers to the brand's products. It includes overall query performance such as impressions, clicks, add to carts, purchases for each query at the brand and the brand's share of that performance. So general definitions. The column for rank. So the rank order the queries from top performance to least performance. We share top 1,000 ranked queries at this point. This column cannot be hidden. Rank order the queries from top performance to least performance. I'm just looking. It could be that it's your, let me just check if I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I feel like it could be the top performance for your specific brand. If I'm not mistaken, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So the rank order the queries from top performance to least performance. My understanding from that is your brand's performance for those keywords. I may be wrong. I'll go in and check later because I blurred out the keywords there. I need to go in and check later. So you guys can double check me on that. The search query is basically the query searched by the customers. Also, this column obviously cannot be hidden. Search query volume, the number of times the query was searched during the selected time frame. I'm only going to read out important things here. Now, I did actually go in depth here. So, search funnel impressions. So, what is when it says impressions? It's the number of times the number of ASINs impressed for the query originated from the search results. When an ASIN is displayed for a query, it means it received one impression. It includes both organic and sponsored products, but excludes ASIN displayed in a widget such as editorial recommendations or top rated or highly rated. It includes products displayed to the customers irrespective of whether the product is in the scrollable view or below the fold. Suppose your product is displayed at position 16 for a query coffee pod. The customer can see the product only if they scroll down the list. We will count the product as one impression. It includes ASINs. By the way, to get to what I'm looking at here now, you basically click here on the top right on metric glossary once you're in the query performance dashboard. And then once you're in there, it says here, general definitions, and you can click on see additional metric details, and then it goes in depth into each one. Back to the impressions, it includes ASINs from pages rendered to the customers and not the secondary pages that did not get views. For example, if the ASIN is rendered in the second page for the query, then it will be included. If the ASIN is supposed to appear in the 10th page but never rendered to the customer because no customer has clicked to page 10, then that ASIN count is not included. It includes counts from refinements. For example, if an ASIN is displayed for coffee pod, we count it as one impression for that query. If the customer refines the query by selecting medium roast and the product gets displayed again, then it is counted again. Brand count, total number of impressions from that brand's catalog impressed for that query. Brand count includes all impressed ASINs for the query for the brand. So take into consideration that if you have multiple products under that specific brand, it's showing you the data for everything under that specific brand for those keywords. The brand share is the percentage share of impressions from the brand's catalogs compared to the total count for the query. Search funnel, where it says clicks, total count. The number of ASINs clicked for the query originated from the search results. Where it says brand count is the total number of clicks from the brand's catalog for that query, and the brand share is a percentage share of clicks from the brand's catalog compared to the total count for the query. Okay, so what I'm reading out to you guys is all these. What does each one of these mean? Okay, so that you can understand. Add to carts, so cart ads. The number of ASINs cart added for the query originated from the search result. Customers can add to their shopping cart from pages like the detail page. We attribute the cart ad count to all the ASINs that were displayed in that search term. So when you are seeing here where it says clicks, it's all the clicks that all the ASINs had. And then the brand count is how many clicks your specific brand had. There are other cart ad possibilities, such as customers directed to the product detail page from external sites. We do not count these cart ads since it's not originated from search. Everything that, all the data that you see is only from within Amazon search. Okay, it's important to know that, only from within Amazon search. From my understanding, and I've done a lot of research on these, if they went in and typed in coffee pod on Google and then your PPC ad came out from there and someone then clicked on you and or whatever it may be, that is not counted. And from my understanding, brand count is the total number of cart ads from the brand's catalog for that query. Brand count includes all cart ad ASINs for the query from the brand. Brand share is the percentage, obviously there. And then where it says purchases, it's the number of ASINs purchased for the query originated from the search result. So it counts only when the product for the query is purchased. We do not exclude purchases that are canceled and returned. It includes purchases that occurred in a day. For example, starting from the query and all funnel metrics such as impressions, clicks, cart ads, and purchases, all actions should have occurred within 24-hour period. Attribution time period is 24 hours. If a customer queried, added to cart, but purchased the following day, then the purchase will remain unattributed. Interesting to see that. I didn't realize that. So if someone added to cart today and purchased tomorrow, then it's not attributed from what I read here. Total number of purchases from the brand's catalog for this query is under brand count. So basically, I've just really quickly gone through to explain to you guys what each one of these columns mean. So to recap, Amazon is now sharing with you this dashboard, which basically shows you all of the search terms that exist in your customer's journey, or that customers within the brand search for. And it shows you what is the exact query search volume for a specific time frame that you're looking for. It shows you what are the exact impressions that were for the entire keyword for that, all of the products that showed up under that keyword for that time frame. It then shows you what are the impressions that your product had compared to all the other to the entire niche. It then shows you the clicks, the amount of clicks there were in general from that keyword for the entire niche, or all the ASINs that got impressions. And then shows you your specific clicks. It then shows you the add to carts and the purchases. Basically, what this gives you is the customer's journey for how it led to a purchase. It shows you what keywords you are performing really well on. It shows you for what keywords you are losing your customers on. It shows you at what stage you may be losing your customers. So for example, if they have clicked on your product and then added to cart, and then, if 9 people added to cart and only 4 people ended up buying, why did I lose them? What's happening there? I can look more into my listing and then what was the buying intent behind that query. And can I optimize my listing better, or are there keywords where I'm not even targeting, I'm not even doing any PPC there, and I'm still being, seen a little bit, not a lot, and what from the little that they are seeing, I'm converting well, and then I may want to bump up my PPC. It may also show you keywords that you didn't even know or think about that could be broader search terms or queries that you're also converting well on, but you didn't even know about them, so you never even targeted them. This dashboard, in my opinion, is amazing. The fact that you also have exact query volume from Amazon is amazing. The fact that it shows you what keywords led to the purchase and how well you have been performing compared to your niche. I think that, I'm learning a lot from this also, how this specific brand could be performing a lot better compared to the data I'm seeing here. This is an actual screenshot from the last week from one of my brands, from my own products, and I feel like I could be doing a much better job with this specific brand from the data that I'm seeing here. So I encourage you all to go in and look for it. Again, to remind you, you click on brand. If you have to be brand registered to have access to this. You click on brand analytics. At the top, you click on view search analytics. And then you should have, it will automatically be on search catalog performance. If you missed my video on that, I did it 2 weeks ago. And then you click on query performance, and that's how you find this information. I hope that this tutorial or explanation of this tool has helped you in some way. I encourage you to go and do a little bit of your own investigating. I have not found anywhere where this information is downloadable, unfortunately. I hope that they do change that so that we can download these reports and then have them on hand and obviously have comparisons and compare data from different timeframes and how we're performing better or worse or whatever it may be inside of an Excel sheet, and use different types of filters rather than to have to do this within Amazon. But at this point, they've made it clear that they're not allowing it to be downloaded. If anyone has a hack for that, let me know. I will see you all next week. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about the tool and what kind of data you're seeing on your side and how well you guys are performing on it on your side. Don't forget to subscribe to wherever you're watching this, to subscribe to the channel or to the podcast. And I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.